Hey, I've been getting some questions online lately about my tiki carving and what I'm carving in. It's obviously not wood. People ask if it's cement. No, it's not cement. It's a substance called Hyper-tufa or tufa. You can look it up online. There's plenty of videos, people making planners and stuff out of it. I'm actually carving out of it. I haven't seen anybody do that yet, other than some of my friends. The next question I get is why? Why am I using tufa? Well, I live in eastern North Carolina, and the only really trees we got around here to carve into would be pine trees, and pine trees are just terrible for that. And I want to be able to leave them outside when I was done. And it's also extremely humid here in eastern North Carolina, and insects are horrible also. So wood, leaving it outside, it'd be a pain to protect, and just the moisture and the bugs would really get to it. So I wanted to find something I could really carve into and leave outside, not to put a whole lot of maintenance into. So I discovered this tufa stuff. So like I said, a lot of people have been asking, how to do it, where to get your stuff, and that's what today's DIY video is about. As you can see, this is one of my carvings. I'll put them in the back, and I'll show you what you need to get started. So just about everything you need you can get at your local Lowe's or Home Depot or Garden Center. So without any further ado, tufa. Tufa is a mixture of moss, peat moss, vermiculite, and Portland cement. So like I said, you can go to Lowe's or wherever your garden center and pick up some. This is regular sphagnum moss. This is Miracle Grow. You don't need Miracle Grow, but that's all they had. Like I said, it's just moss, stuff you put in flower pots. Vermiculite, a lot of people don't know what vermiculite is. It's kind of a styrofoam kind of substance that, again, people put in planters and stuff. And this is it right here. Don't get perlite. Perlite actually has big hunks of styrofoam in it, and it really, when you're carving, doesn't look very well. And then, the third substance is Portland cement. Just a big bag of Portland cement. And really, this stuff doesn't cost a whole lot. So if you make a mistake, it's no big deal. It's kind of trial and error. I started about 15 years ago using this stuff, and it's been pretty much trial and error for me. You get better with practice. So, those three things in water, and you mix it up just like cement, and I'll do that in a few minutes here. But then you have to know, what do you do with this once you get it? Well, you got to get yourself some molds. Now, if I'm making a big tiki, like the one I just showed you, that is an 8-inch mold. It's one of these, they call them sonic tubes, or just this is a quick tube. It's it's just a concrete tube that they use for setting posts and stuff in the ground. I also have a 6-inch mold here. This is just PVC pipe that I cut and then I split down the middle on a table saw. I taped it up in the back so when I pour it in, stuff isn't squirting out. Or just a regular 4-inch PVC pipe. You can, whatever size you want to make, cut it to whatever length. You can make it tall, short, fat, skinny, whatever. So that's that. See, next thing I guess would be to mix some of this stuff. Need something to mix it in. Again, if you're not, if I'm making a big tiki, I'll use a wheelbarrow. I already pre-mixed some of the stuff to kind of move this thing along. We've got equal quantities of Portland cement. You just pour it in there. If there's any big hard chunks, you really want to break them up or move them out, and you really want to wear gloves too, because this stuff is caustic or toxic or whatever. Again, I'm not a video maker, but pre-mixed some of this stuff earlier, like I said, so I was wearing gloves. I just didn't put them back on. And there we go. Cement, if you work with cement, you really want to have something on your hands because it'll really dry out your hands. It really sucks the moisture out of your hands. So again, put on some gloves. I put the cement in there. I kind of went through. If there's any like little hard balls, you want to really break them up because those will get, those will solidify when you put water in it. You really don't want to be carving through that stuff. Next thing is just the moss. You put the moss in there, kind of mix it up. My neighbor decided to mow his lawn at this time, which is a really nice one. I don't know if you can hear it or not, hopefully not. But again, just mix it up, and the moss will come. There'll be sticks in there, little sticks and stuff you find. Throw them out, you know, because again, you won't have to carve through that stuff. Little sticks. Then the vermiculite, put the vermiculite in there. And again, you'll notice, other than I'm using McDonald's cups, I'm mixing up dry first. I'm not just throwing all three things and adding water, because you don't get a really good mixture. You really want to mix it up dry first. You know, and again, you can use your hands for this part of it. Again, you're kind of weeding out the little sticks and stuff. And if there's any big clumps, you know, break them up with your fingers, or if you can't break them up, just get rid of them. Because, again, when this stuff gets hard, and you try to carve it, those big hard pieces will be in there, and it'll just be a pain in the neck. So, let's see. Grab a trowel or some mixing device, and I just put water in. You know, you don't want to add it all in at once, because it's kind of, again, it's kind of a trial and error thing. You want to get a nice mixture. This is not the most exciting part of it. Added a little bit too much in there, maybe. If you add too much, don't worry. You just again add equal parts of the other things back. You know, go back and add some more vermiculite and some cement and some moss. Yeah, mix it all up. Try and get it all in here. And that wasn't too much water. I'm probably going to add even a little bit more. Again, if you add too much water, you can add, you know, you can put some more of the other ingredients in. If not, you know, you can have a wet mix, and it just takes longer to dry. So I'll put a little more in here. And the amount I just mixed is not very much. It's not going to make a very big tiki. It'd probably make like a 8-inch tall, 4 inches around tiki. Something you can get carving on, something you get started with. Again, to get your mixtures right and you figure stuff out, it's good to start small. So I don't know if you can see that, but you know, that's a good consistency. Like I said, I'm actually going to pour a tiki here, so I want to make enough to make. I'm not making a little tiki, I'm making a little bigger tiki. So I've got some more mixed already over here that we're going to add together. Let's see, let me get that up here. This stuff can get kind of heavy too. So, you know, you can be on the ground or in a wheelbarrow, like I said. So I'm just going to combine this stuff in. You really want to make enough for how much you're going to pour in, because you don't want to mix some and then start pouring the tiki and realize you don't have enough and have to mix up another batch, because it's just not the same. It's not the same consistency, not the same mixture. So again, just kind of throwing that in there. Again, I'll mix that up a little bit. This has been, I mixed this up probably about 15 minutes ago and starting to get a little stiff. So I'll add a little bit more water. Yeah. Again, it's good use for your old gallon jugs and, you know, stuff you have laying around the house. So this doesn't cost a whole lot, so if you mess up, it's no big deal. But if you've never worked with cement before, it'll build muscles. It'll give you a sore back. Like I said, I don't know if you hear my neighbor mowing his lawn, but it's really helpful. Alright, so pretty much mix this up. Next thing is to do is get a mold. Now, the tiki I'm making is a 6-inch tiki, and it's about 18 inches tall. You already want to have a design figured out in your head what you're going to make, so you get the size right. Before I pour anything in there, I got to use a release agent. This is just cooking spray. Again, you get this at your, you know, wherever you get cooking spray. You just spray it in there. Works as a release agent. If you don't do that, I mean, on PVC, it's not that big of a deal. It'll still come out. If you use a cardboard tube and you don't use a release agent, it's just all going to stick to the cement, and it's really going to make your life tough. So I've done that, and then once you do that, you just start pouring the stuff in. said, you know, kind of stuff it down there. You don't want any gaps. You want to put the stuff down there. Just want to force it down. Again, if you work with cement, you know, you bang the sides. You want to have a nice flat bottom, so when you're done, you have a nice flat bottom on your tiki. But yeah, keep on putting the stuff in. And now, I won't finish that in front of the camera because it'll take a while, but you get the idea. Now this tiki, it's Thursday right now, so Saturday is when I'll carve. Saturday I'll come out, you know, morning, probably about 10 o'clock or so, and peel the tape off, take this thing off, and you know, start carving. I do have something to show you. This is what it will look like, okay? This is a smaller one I poured a couple weeks ago and didn't use, but it's on PVC, comes out, and you basically have a little log made out of tufa. You take the log, you get good side, and you draw whatever design you want on it, and you just start your leaf carving. Again, this is a good size to start on, because if you mess up, you didn't mess up that much. And you can pour a bunch of them, you know? So you can pour, you know, 3 or 4. If you don't like one, you throw it out, you start on another one. It's no big deal. Big tiki, like I showed you before, and it takes about 5 hours of carving. Okay, so if you're about an hour of this prep stuff, and then about 5 hours for carving. Again, depending on how wet your mix is. If your mix is really wet and whatever the temperature is, it may not be dry enough to carve. That's just something you gotta kind of figure out. You know, in the summertime, you know, 2 days is good. If you use a lot of Portland cement, it's going to have a really kind of cement kind of look to it, like this. And you probably start carving the next day, but I would give it 2 days. And then basically, let's see, tools, just regular wood chisels. You know, you don't have to do any hammering. You just start scraping. You just start scraping into stuff. You know, draw your design, and even a couple weeks later, this is still peeling away. It's just awfully hard. I could probably use a Dremel and do that. So yeah, that's basically it. And that's going to be the end of this video. I'll probably make another video probably on Saturday when I pull this out. I'll show people and show you all how I pulled it out and draw a design on it, and then start carving. So that's it for now. Have a good day, and hopefully it's something you try. Thanks.